a lot of fighters are like protecting an O. I've got no O. I've got one, so I'm willing to fight anyone if I get paid. It don't matter. I'm so easy to promote, advise, manage.
How do you think you'll fare against a guy taller than you, lengthy,
Yeah, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, but as I say, I'm willing to fight anyone. If I can beat anyone, I think I'm the best. I know I'm the best, and I'm willing to prove it.
Jim, what was your assessment of it?
Yeah, James says, he just said he's coming to the Lions Den again, and Porky Medina, fair play to him, he's a strong, tough, in-your-face type of fighter. But what people don't got to realise, boxing's a game of skills. Floyd Mayweather's skills pay the bills, it's a true saying. Boxing ain't about just walking and taking shots. Of course Medina's tough and strong, but James knew that before he got in there. But if you look at the science of the sport, like, you look at the stats of the punches that landed, it's a no-brainer. So yeah, quality performance. Against a tough kid, he made it tougher than what it should have been. He could have made it a lot easier by being more slippery, moving his feet more on boxing, as he just said in his own words. But he does sometimes tend to sit on the ropes too long, does sometimes trade into the guy's thing, and he's got that inner thing that makes him do it. But when he goes and does what he's best at, and he sticks to it and he's disciplined, that's why he can get better. That's why he will get better and grow into being a real top champion, what people remember for a long time.
What did you make of Bootay Jack?
The Bootay Jack fight, it was interesting watching it, obviously because James had already fought Bootay, and I didn't agree with the score, and I thought Badou Jack won, to be fair. I just think he was that little bit sharper. Bootay had his moments here and there, but I just think Badou Jack edged it. But it was a very close fight, and in fairness to Bootay, he was a real nice guy. But I think the fight with James took a little bit out of him. He took a lot of heavy shots in that fight, and I remember saying afterwards that it'd be interesting to see what he's got left. He's still got a tremendous performance. I thought Badou Jack just nicked it, to be fair, but it was a good fight.
You were so much more accurate with your punches, though. I mean, real question. You were connecting with that uppercut.
I wasn't wasting nothing. I was wasting so much. I was making a miss, trying all them shots. None of them really hit me. But yeah.
There's so many reasons Jack and you should be fighting. I mean, he knocked out Medina, he went the distance, you beat Butte, he drew with him. He got knocked out in 61 seconds by Edwards, who lost to Andre Degeale, who you beat. I mean, so many reasons to even fight. Shouldn't this be an easy fight to make, and it just comes down to where it's going to be?
It just comes down to money. That's what it comes down to, always.
Eddie.
Sorry.
Why is this? Go ahead.
It just comes down to money. I don't think Badou Jack's going to want to travel, but if you come up with the right number, he will travel. So, it's a unification fight for two belts, so they've got to be paid right, obviously. He'll have his number that he wants in his head. It's a case of if it can be achieved.
We'll sit down and talk about it and figure it out and work it out. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. Unification fights, the best fighting the best. That's what it's all about.
James back here. You have fought now 3 times in North America in a row. Your title win, your 2 title defenses. How important is it? I know you said in the pre-fight you wanted to be back in London. Now that you've won your fight and it seems like Badou is going to be your opponent, how important is it for you to fight a big-time world title fight now back home in England?
That's what I want. As I say, I ain't boxed in London for the last 2 years since the Wembley fight. No. I boxed in Liverpool after that. But in London for ages, so yeah, it's been 2 years. So I really want that homecoming. I'm building a real good fan base back at home. I'm getting a lot of support back at home. So if we could do that for Eddie, and then we could sort that out, that'd be unbelievable. But I say I'm willing. I'm a road warrior. I'm willing to go anywhere.
Don't you think the money will be there? More so.
Oh, in London, here. Full stop.
More so than in the States.
Yeah, I think so.
Eddie, do you think also
it just depends. If it's on pay-per-view in London, it just depends.
More money in the UK?
Yeah, you have to say so. I mean, in terms of gate, license fee, potentially.
Badou, what do you think about that?
Ladies and gentlemen, none other than the WBC super middleweight champion of the world, Badou Jack.
No, I didn't hear the question, sir.
go to England to fight him?
Whatever the money is.
That's just like
But you'd rather fight in Vegas, right?
I mean,
I
I don't like to fly, you know, the airplanes. So I'd rather, you know, fight in Vegas. But if the money's there, I'll go to London. I'm from Europe, so why not?
You landed almost 100 more punches tonight. You really feel like you got screwed?
Absolutely. But everybody saw it, so I'm not, you know, I won the fight, everybody saw it. I'm still a champion and on to bigger and better things.
But dude, you said initially that this would be your toughest fight. You know, you left Satterfield publicly. That this would be your toughest fight for a number of reasons. You hadn't fought a southpaw this good and only one other than him. Was there anything other than what you already knew that surprised you about him?
No, not really. I thought, even the Gross fight, I thought I clearly won. It was a close fight, but I think this fight I won more clearly than the Gross fight.
Was there anything you would change about the way the fight went? It seemed like you admitted being hurt with a body shot in the final round, but it seemed like in
the final second, yeah, it was a good shot.
You admitted in the first, it seemed like in the second, and definitely the last 2 rounds that he had the momentum.
Yeah, maybe he won the last 2 rounds.
Badou, Mauricio Sulaiman tweeted after the fight that he was disappointed with the 2 WBC judges that scored it a draw. Do you think those judges should be sanctioned and are hoping to see that from the WBC?
Yeah, they should be suspended.
Have you formed an opinion of James as a fighter?
Sorry?
Have you formed an opinion of James as a fighter?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. Me and him are the 2 best super middleweights. And also, what's her name? The WBO champion. Ramirez is very good boxer.
Badou, did you feel you had the fight in hand and took your foot off the gas the last 2 rounds a little bit? And do you regret that?
Yeah.
Now we know.
I mean, I won the fight. Even if I gave away 2 rounds.
Yeah, clearly won the fight.
Clearly won the fight, so.
Were you surprised that he was going as strong as he was in the last couple rounds?
No, I knew he was. He's a former world champion and he defended his title 10 times. He's a very good fighter, so I wasn't surprised. I knew he was tough. I know he was going to. I told everybody, this may be my toughest fight.
You really turned it on through the middle rounds. Was there anything that surprised you about the punishment he was able to take through those rounds?
Get your belt.
You want to leave
I don't think he had that much power, but very strong mentally, very tough guy. But like I said, the only shot that hurt me was that body shot.
Did the southpaw style have any effect on you?
No.
No?
No problem. You see, you told me I landed 100 more punches. So.
That obviously was a good fight, southpaw to have before James, who did a lot of switch hitting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a different fighter than Butte, but yeah, I'm confident of beating him too.
Did you expect him to win easier against Porky Medina than he did?
From what I saw, I didn't see the whole thing because I was warming up, but some people thought, well, Porky won. I don't know. But Porky's a very tough guy.
What can you say about how far he's come since that 61-second knockout loss and the discipline he seems to show with his jab, particularly, you know, I think that really surfaced in the Ross fight and in the Groves fight and then tonight also.
Well, you've heard me say this countless times that sometimes fighters get better when they become champion. I think in this particular case, in Badou's case, he's a seasoned veteran. You know, he's getting better and better each fight. He has great trainers and his work ethic, you know, he mirrors his work ethic behind Floyd. He's doing all the right things. You know, he's a family man. He's doing all the right things. You know, boxing is his life and his career, and you know he takes his job very, very seriously.
What did you see Butte doing or not doing in front of you, and what were you able to do as a result?
My jab and my body shots, my power shots was the difference, I think. But Jerry, very tough guy. He's a veteran.
Badou, Jack, you can see Floyd Mayweather's frustrations that you didn't get the decision. What did he say to you initially after the fight on Ouster?
No, he just said it was bullshit. I won the fight clearly, and I mean, what can I do? It's not Butte's fault either. You know, he's just a fighter. He did his thing, but it is what it is.
You could be sitting here, obviously, on the end of a bad decision without your belt. So do you think these things should be stringently looked at a little bit harder?
We still got the belt. We on to the unification fight, so I mean I'm happy with that. But my record says that I had a draw now, and that's bullshit.
Do you think that's bad for the history books that that's the case?
Yeah, but the people at home, the audience, everybody saw I won the fight.
Badou, when Anthony Degeale had your belt before you took it off him, he said he wouldn't come to England to defend it because worried about the judges over there. He said there's a reputation for it. His brother thinks got robbed against Carl Froch, for instance. Would you have any trouble, any worries about British judging or the judging over there in London?
We wouldn't have any worries about that. In my opinion, the British judges are very fair judges, and it was a horrible decision tonight. Everyone who was watching know that the fight wasn't a draw. You know, these are the bad things that, you know, happen in boxing. It's very unfortunate. You know, I've seen it. Nothing surprises me in the sport anymore. I mean, I can remember a couple years ago, there was a guy named Cinnamon that fought Floyd, and a judge gave him a draw against Floyd, and Floyd clearly won 11 out of 12 rounds.
12.
Yeah.
Leonard, do you see the judging tonight as a DC problem, or is that an anywhere problem? Because we've had some judging issues, some refereeing issues here. Is that going to be an issue for Mayweather Promotions coming to DC in the future, or not?
Oh yeah, that's definitely an issue. Definitely an issue. But in this particular case, the judges were WBC judges, and you know it was terrible. Just being honest, it was terrible.
Leonard or Badou, my follow-up to that would be, this isn't just isolated to tonight. 3 fights in a row, Badou has appeared to clearly win fights and has not received a unanimous decision victory in any of those fights. Is there something about your style, or do you think judges are underestimating you and not giving you credit for your work coming into fights on a consistent basis?
I think maybe they don't like body shots. I don't know. Or maybe people don't like Floyd and hating on Floyd, maybe that's why. I don't know, they jealous. I have no idea. Most important thing is the people, know that I won the fight.
And Badou, congratulations on the fight. You seem real edgy. I mean, obviously, we all think you won the fight, but do you have any positive feelings on what took place tonight? I mean, is there any happiness in you because you look real, very unsatisfied, obviously so, but you put on a great performance?
Yeah, I put on a good show. So did Butte. He's a very tough guy, and I'm happy with my performance and on to bigger and better things.
Thanks.
Channel 4.
Any more questions?
What will you do now? Will you have some time off? Obviously, you said August. That could be a pretty quick turnaround if it is August. What
maybe not August, but I just had a daughter 2 weeks ago, so I'm gonna go home and spend time with her and eat a little bit and just relax.
Is that your first child?
Yes.
Wow!
Congratulations. Thank you.
Badou, congratulations on the new addition to your family, my friend.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You were robbed of that fight as well. I think everybody would agree with that. Leonard, question for you, my man. As a Celtic man, Conor McGregor against Floyd Mayweather. What do you think?
Say it again, the last part. What you
McGregor against Mayweather, what do you think?
You gotta talk to Dana White about that. That's who his boss is. Floyd don't have a boss.
What sport? Boxing?
Boxing.
Soccer, 1v1.
How do you explain all those very close, tight decisions in the last 3 fights that you had?